Alright, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video. We are just taking a quick look at Vechain here, and as we can see, looking like we have come down and finally lost that little key bit of support that we were looking at holding for a good while here. What was it, for the past week or so that we've been sitting at this kind of key point? Obviously with Bitcoin having a bit of a rollover today, if we just take a quick look at Bitcoin, you can see a high correlation with the price action of Bitcoin. Bitcoin obviously overall inside that range that we could see here. This range has been marked out for literally such a long time now, it's insane, but you can see very clearly support, resistance, support. We got that rollover for the FTX collapse, didn't we? The overextension with the Black Swan event, and we still didn't even get down below 15k. I don't know how people are still calling for like 5k for Bitcoin. That's absolutely insane in my opinion. Probably not going to happen from what I can tell. Even with a huge collapse of the second largest exchange in the world, we only got down to 15.5k really. So you can see here we coiled up, we came back inside the range after that New Year's rally that we did see. We broke that bear market resistance, which was really cool to see as well. You can see it very clearly here. Broke the bear market resistance, back tested, we came up to the top of the range here, got rejected. Now we've come back down to that key level of support in this area of structure here, which also so happens to be the 0.23 Fibonacci for Bitcoin. And you can see very clearly if we're just looking at the price action of Vechain as well, pretty much emulating somewhat the price action of Bitcoin there, having a bit of a rollover today. Although the drop right now getting nicely eaten up with this big wick to the upside, you can see it quite clearly here. Obviously we lost this previous swing high here, which was the support that we were sitting on for a good while. You can see we would 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you'd think this would be, you know, your back test of breaking out of the previous swing high there, and then getting that final leg up towards the top of the range. That's what I was predicting. But so far looking like today at least, Veracity's had a Vechain, sorry God, I need to stop getting those two mixed up. Vechain moving to the downside here, looking like it's come into this area of structure. It's actually quite nice that it made all this structure, because it's looking like it's back testing it quite nicely right now. You can see this structure really eating up the price action of the downside there for Vechain, really getting a nice wick to the upside actually, and a bounce in this area, and looking like we might be wicking back up above this previous swing high on the move, which would be interesting as well. But obviously you can see now that Vechain's back inside the range that it was in before, resistance, support, resistance, support. Obviously we had that breakdown and we came back inside the range just like Bitcoin. As I said before, I'm looking to trade this range in either direction that it goes, and in my opinion we're probably going to see Vechain having a little bit of a time inside this range for a while. I think if we got up to the top of the range here, people would be taking profits pretty sharpish, and there would be a rejection probably back down to the middle of the range in my opinion. You can see we got stuck under the 0.23 and didn't even make it to the top of the range so far in this push that we are seeing in the markets recently. But if we did come back down to the bottom of the range here, I'd definitely be looking to long this, because I do think this is being well respected again. After we came back inside the range, you can see 1, 2 bounces in this area here, followed by a run towards the top of the range. Now we're just sitting really in the middle of the range here, aren't we, waiting to see what happens next with Bitcoin. But right now, just sitting on my hands, waiting to see what happens. I'm looking for Vechain really to come up towards either of these two key levels, up to the top of the range or the bottom of the range before I enter. But right now, you know, Vechain looking like it's had a little bit of a rollover, but this drop getting eaten up quite nicely, to be fair. And I think, you know, if we do get a very big rejection of the low with a huge wick here, you could easily see a bit more upside for Vechain over the next few weeks, couldn't you? So that would be my analysis for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching, as always. Please do like and subscribe, and if you do want to support the channel, please consider becoming a YouTube member by clicking the join button down below. You'll get access to our private Discord, where I'll be hanging out most days along with other investors. So if you do want to support the channel, that would be a great way to do so, and I'll see you in the next video.